What's up, everybody? Welcome to my review of the Westside Discs Fortress. Big thank you to my friend Chris Caulfield for sponsoring this review. You can check out his channel, Aloha Disc Golf, in the description in this video. He's a very busy guy, hasn't posted a lot of content of late, but he does disc reviews, giveaways, and some really tremendous giveaways. And he's also been extremely generous to me and my channel in a number of different ways. I'm sure you guys have heard of him by now if you're a fan of mine. He's been really really beneficial to me, and I appreciate his support. He hooked me up with a lot of great plastic to test and review. I'm working my way through it, and this disc falls under that category. It is the Westside Discs Fortress. This one is in the VIP plastic. Super kind of busy. The stamp is a little busy, so I kind of see what's going on with it, but there you go. That gives you a little more detail. So there's some flight numbers for you: 10, 4, 0, and 3. I would say it's a little bit, it's definitely fast. You know, it's not like, it's a little faster than like a Culverin or a Convict. So I'd say the 10 speed, maybe even 11. I think the glide is pretty close, 4 or 5. I might give it a -1 turn, but the fade is dead on as far as I'm concerned. I see a little bit more stand up and fly out of this thing. It's a little bit more distance than you might think, but we'll get to that later. But yeah, good looking stamp. I like the Westside design work. I think they do great stuff. I like the lettering, and the whole Fortress stamp looks real good. VIP plastic, same as Opto or Lucid. This one is the somewhat translucent version of that, which I like for whatever reason. It's just, I dig it. I like the feel of it. I like the way it looks. Good looking disc for sure. Pretty flat across the top. No real dome to speak of on this disc. You can see it's got relatively somewhat of a sharp outer edge there. It comes to a pretty thin point there. What is the weight on this thing? I'm not even exactly sure, to be honest. 172 grams. So yeah, a little bit of depth to the rim, and very narrow. Like, it's not a wide rim at all. Super comfortable and manageable in the hand. No problems there. It may be a little sharp, depending on your taste, but yeah, let's take a look. Just hold it steady and just give you an idea of the profile there. Throw it up next to a XXX. Also, check out my beautiful new Opto XXX I got from the Disc Golf Depot, guys. How beautiful is that thing? So nice. Might end up in my bag over the Frostline one. I'll have to keep testing it a little bit. Just as a quick comparison, XXX definitely more overstable, definitely slower, but they are similar overall, so I figured I'd throw them up next to each other, give you a quick idea. So you can see the Fortress definitely has a wider rim, but other than that, not super different in terms of actual design. Good feeling disc in the hand. I love the VIP Opto Lucid blend. You guys know is probably my favorite overall plastic type on the market, so there's not a whole lot to say about that. Super durable, bright colors, good grip, good blend of grip and durability. I have to remember that, you know, this might be the only review of mine that you've ever seen, so some of that stuff has to be reiterated. I love the plastic. It's great stuff. Let's talk about the flight of this thing. So, it goes farther than I expected. I would say if you are reading the flight numbers, you're not going to be super surprised by the flight. It's going to fly mostly like what you're expecting. It's got a good amount of speed to it where it gets a little bit of distance. Definitely something I can throw farther than a XXX. Yeah, stands up and will carry a little bit longer than I was expecting. I was expecting much more of a kind of a meat hook flight out of this thing. It's definitely overstable, and you got to throw it strong to get it to fly, but it will stand up and fly for a little while. You can throw it on Anheuser, it'll flex out and end up finishing back to the left. It skips nicely. The thing I like about this disc is that it is overstable and it is very consistent, but it also will kind of carry and get you a little bit of extra distance, and it's not so overstable that you can't get a flight out of it. So where the XXX, I throw that when I don't want the disc to fly. When I just want it to go super hard left and fight into any wind and take a skip at when it lands, the XXX is the shot for me. But this disc would be a really nice complement to that for times where I want it to just stand up that little bit farther, fly a little bit farther down the line before it has that nice fade at the end of the flight. Not as dramatic of a fade as the XXX either, but it definitely is a noticeable and dependable fade that you can work around a corner real nice. I think this could be a very nice option for your kind of slower, overstable fairway driver, for somebody that wants something a little bit faster to get a little bit of extra distance, or maybe if you don't have a big arm, so you want to throw something that has a little bit more natural speed to continue flying on that nice overstable flight path, this could be a good disc for you to check out. So that's my review on the Fortress. This one might actually end up in the bag for a little while to see how it works with my driver lineup, because I need something kind of in between my XXX and some of my other discs. So this one might be something that I continue to test. Definitely more overstable than a Culverin or a Convict, but not so overstable that it's unworkable. Good flying disc, I dig it. Thanks very much for watching, guys. I'll check you all later. Cheers.